Hey everyone, this is Queen. She's a Vietnamese student. Thanks to her parents, she had chance to come to study abroad in a multicultural country. She's now wrapping up her study and very eager to jump out there into working environment. She defines her work style as being quite independent and task-oriented, an equality supporter, a safe player, and also a direct communicator. Thanks to globalization, she might have lots of chances to go anywhere to work, but which culture would fit her style? Getting back to home country? Sounds good. Apart from factors like family and friends, this is the place where she was born and grew up. Her values should be aligned with its culture. But when it turns to work, hmm, oops. Except from certainty, it seems that she and her people are totally on different sides. Vietnamese people are much more interdependent, status and relationship regarding, and also indirect communicating than her. Let's try adding some neighbors. Wow, it can't be wrong to say Asian countries share some common cultural values and also work style. China, Vietnam, and Japan always stay near to each other in every aspect that we consider. Queen, therefore, is also different from her surrounding countries. Although there are differences, Queen is confident to be able to cope up with working environment in these places as she has been living in such country for nearly half of her life. For example, in order to establish credibility in Asian countries, listening well and showing learning attitudes is the most important. These countries also prefer people to be humble about their self-achievement, as they are group-oriented countries. They count on networks, and having good relationship with lots of people is also a good way to improve your credibility. And one of the other important point is to be patient in building relationship process. To build good relationships here, she needs to take part in companies' sponsored group activities and be prepared to be asked to personal questions. Nothing offense here. People just care about everyone, including their private life. Queen knows very well that respecting hierarchy in Asian countries is very important. And again, be patient to build trust from other people. Within a team, it takes lots of time to build the team bonding. And as people don't like to play risk, extensive research, analysis, and planning should be conducted, and there shouldn't be too many changes during the project. As a leader, building strong relationships is crucial, and the leader should communicate in private instead of publicly. Leaders are also people who make most decisions and give more directions to their subordinates. How about going west? Wow, is that her culture actually? To be honest, although the work style is somehow same like hers, their levels of their levels of independence, equality, risk-taking, direct communication, and task orientation is still at a much higher levels than her. In order to in order to work in these countries, Queen has to step out her comfort zone and work very hard, show her track record to impress people. She needs to be confident in the way she dresses, keep eye contact, firm handshake. She also needs to treat people respectfully and equally, same like her personality. And the most important for a safe player like her, she needs to dare to take more risks to achieve more in her work. In order to build relationships, she needs to proactively start conversation with people even when she is not introduced first. And try to remember that asking private question is definitely a no-no in this culture. The other point is in these cultures like Western countries, people tend to get to know each other quickly to facilitate work instead of building a long-term relationship. In teamwork, the flexible structure is preferred in order to facilitate the quick decision-making process and also to provide equal opportunity for team members to contribute. And as people love the risk, the trial and error approach is always preferred during the project. Leaders in this work is expected to engage with people at all levels and are willing to do anything for the project to complete it. They also need to get to know people as individual and most important, to empower each of the employees. In fact, in the current world, one organization may contain people who are both in the same or different work style as her. At this point, what could she do? The first thing that she always keep in mind is to maintain and improve her cultural competencies, which is the ability to work with different cultures. Referring to books or websites are also good sources for information. Learning from friends and family is very useful as they are practice experience. And the most important thing is to interact directly with people. In this way, she'll learn her own lesson and find her own way to work with people. By being cultural competent, she'll be able to switch between styles to work with people who has either same or different work style with her. There are also three other rules that she always keep in mind. The first thing is to be open-minded. Just like that quote, minds are like parachutes. They function better when they're open. The key barriers to being open-minded are ethnocentricity and stereotype. Interacting with lots of people from different cultures and different work styles would help a lot. Open-mindedness is critical to job success. It is a willingness to learn new things and consider alternative approaches to problem solving. By willing to learn new things, it is capable for a person to take on a job that requires multitasking. It also typically makes a person more adaptable to a unique work environment and job. In teamwork, without a spirit of listening and cooperation, it is hard for work to complete projects and optimize quality. Being open-minded helps people to work through interpersonal or intra-team conflicts that arise when people work in close quarter. Second rule is to listen generously. By this term, she means giving out the full attention to the speaker, setting aside the prejudice, preconceived conclusions, and judgments. Listening generously benefits the corporate a lot. For example, Better idea and more informed decisions are made quickly as people understand each other more. Fewer mistakes and misunderstandings are made, and we could use conflict in a much more productive way, as well as creating more energized workforce. Last but not least, no matter how different we are, when we build a team, it's important to remind team members that we share a common purpose and to direct our energy toward business unit or corporate goals. Keeping shared goals directs people to focus on tasks, make them more open to resolve conflict, and also boost up collaboration between people. And that is how Queen's gonna work in the multicultural environment. Thank you for listening.